Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. And that is your lot. That's the end of it. Catch you inside.
RevelatorAlf.
Hello, welcome to RevelatorAlf. Hope you're enjoying the channel and the series of videos. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share, and check out the website RevelatorAlf.com. So, another hard day in the saddle, but as the sun is setting, closing down on another day, I'm starting to close down my ideas about accessorizing my bike. Yes, I got to the stage now where I think enough is enough. I've had enough. Or really what I should say is that I've reached the point at which I'm really happy with my bike. There are a couple of other things, but they're quite big things to do. But in terms of accessorizing, I'm good. I'm good. Monday night I should see a lot of bikes coming the opposite way. It's bike night at the local cafe. But I am absolutely whacked, so I'm going to head back. Yeah, so with my Sport Glide I was always going to go minimal, really. Minimal accessories, just a few accent pieces. And they've all pretty much arrived now, which I'm happy with. I've got the timer cover, the derby cover as well. I put the fog lights on. I've done some electrical accessories, which I'm kind of happy about. And if anything happens in the future, I know I can quickly accessorize or add electrical items to it. I've put the hand guards on. I've raised the bars. I've pretty much done everything that I've wanted to do with the bike. And so I've got to that point now. So now I find myself at a little bit of a crossroads. I don't really want to get anything for the bike because I'm happy with it. But I'm also very conscious of the fact that I'm sure there's a lot more to get. And as we get into 2021, there's going to be a lot more accessories for the Sport Glide and for the Softails in general. So it could be quite an interesting year, 2021, if we can get the parts, if we can get the accessories. Not only from Harley, of course, but all the other aftermarket manufacturers out there. Motorbacking. Ooh, ooh. Some say hello, some don't. That's because I'm a Harley rider. They're not going to say hello to me. Oh no. Yes, sports bikers. There we go, there's a Harley rider. Yeah, all the bikes are in all coming this way now. My plan is to try and pay off my bike as quickly as possible before I start spending any big money on the bike. And so I think that's what I'm going to stick to. I was originally going to wait the full 2 years before I did any stage upgrades. I think I'm going to wait now until that happens, until next year. I've been toying with it, I've got to say, behind the scenes, about really just doing a stage upgrade. I was going to go straight to a stage 2 after everything that I said. I'd only ever go to a stage 1. I came to the realization that actually a stage 2 is probably where I want to go, where I want to be at, and get a good decent torque cam that's really going to suit my riding style. Because really I'm happy with the Sport Glide, with its performance as it is. The only thing I would say is the sound is just a little bit anemic, and just the throttle response is just a little bit sluggish, really. You know, when you want a little bit of extra oomph, that's all. So I don't need much to really get a bit more fun out of it, if you know what I mean. I'm never gonna go for a 128 or 131 kit or motor, I should say, for this bike. I would buy another bike if I was going to do that. So I just want a nominal change, and I'm still very happy with what I've got. So in terms of accessorizing, no, I think what I am going to do though is still try and innovate and come up with new ideas for the bike. I think that side of it still interests me, but to buy bolt-on accessories doesn't really do it for me right now, and there's nothing I really want for it. So I suppose the question is to you guys, at what point do you get on your bike where you think enough's enough? Or are you kind of, as soon as you got your bike, you're kind of hooked into it, it's like a drug, and you just can't stop buying parts for it? In fact, you start buying parts for it, then you buy other parts for the parts that you've already replaced. That happens all the time, doesn't it? You end up with a bike, then you end up with a garage full of parts or accessories for your bike. Look, accessorising your bike is part of the fun, of course it is, of owning any bike, not just a Harley, any bike. I mean, that's what we kind of tend to do. That's what you kind of have a little passion for, don't you? Something that really excites you. That's what we all search online for. We all search for reviews of this product or that product. You know, we try and find out if something will work on a particular bike or not. You know, that's what we all do. But as I say, you know, for me, there comes a point where I think enough is enough. I don't need any more. I don't want any more. And it's always, for me, it's this need and want. Do I need it? Do I want it? But I think some people don't, do they? They just keep on buying and buying and buying. Or they, you know, they buy so much for a particular bike and they end up turning it into something completely different or looking like another bike, and you think, well, why didn't you just buy that other bike in the first place then, if you're trying to convert this bike into look like that? I mean, you know that happens. I'm not going to mention the bikes, this one, and I'm not going to mention another bike, Street Glide. You know, lots of people seem to, you know, modify their bike to look like something else. But anyway, the one thing with the Sport Glide and with the Softails, there is a puzzle that I'm still trying to figure out. And if you've known, I posted it online and I've gone onto forums to try and ask the question if anybody around the world have had an issue. But it's with this right hand turn indicator switch. I've modified it so I can press it and there's a secondary switch there which I can it activates the circuit, but I don't think on the Sport Glide it actually does. I've contacted Harley, USA, UK, gone to dealerships, spoken to techs, gone online forums. You know, I've contacted the venerable John Maxwell and by email and said if he knows what it is, and he didn't know. He didn't even know there was a second switch there. You know, so there is a puzzle there, and it's whether, you know, I can actually figure it out. A week ago I thought I was very close. I thought I'd actually you know, cracked the puzzle, the Enigma code, but no, it was a bit of a red herring in the end of the day. So in terms of accessorizing, if I can get this right switch to work, then I might get something just to hook up to that switch. If I can, then I have to find something that interests me, of course. I mean, I can power it from everything else that I've got on the bike. I've got so many accessory ports now, you would not believe. But say, you know, if I can get something to wire up to that switch, I'm feeling very chuffed with myself, I must say. Oh, glorious ride home tonight. So, you know, the season's definitely changing, but it's still, here in the UK, I mean, it's still relatively mild. Warm days still, you know, just riding around in normal clothes, you know, normal biking clothes. No major waterproofs or, you know, heavyweight winter gear yet, so it's all good in the hood. Anyway, I got a few days off now. I've got a few projects on the go, a few test rides of different bikes, which I'm really looking forward to, and a few ideas for the channel coming up as well. If you're anything like me, especially when it comes to bikes, you say one thing one day, then the very next day you do something completely different, or you say something completely different. You'll be like, no, it's never going to happen, I'm not going to do it. Next day you think, oh, maybe I might. So for this video, I'm saying definitely no more accessories. I've had my fill, I've done enough. Tomorrow? Well, tomorrow's another day. Woohoo! Here we go. Well, that's it for tonight. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Check out the website RevelatorAlf.com, and I'll catch you on another riding video coming very soon. Toodles!